Hi everyone, I'm Emily from Sequoia Speech and Language, and I'm going to talk to you today about long and short vowels. So first of all, there are 5 vowel letters in American English. 6 if you include Y, but we're not going to include that today. So there are A, E, I, O, and U. So for those 5 letters, there are actually 16 vowel sounds in American English. 13 of those 16 sounds can fall under the categories of either long and short for one of these vowels. So we're going to go through each one. So for the letter A, the long version is pronounced A, like in late or Maine. For the letter E, the long version is pronounced E, like in seen or eat. For the letter I, the long version is pronounced I, like in the words wise or guys. Guide. Guys works too, though. For the letter O, the long version is O, as in hope or moan. For the letter U, there are actually 2 long versions. They are U, like in rude or bruise, or U, like in cute or feud. So you might have noticed there are some spelling similarities between all of the words for the long vowels. The examples on top all have silent E's at the end. That means that whenever you have a word with a silent E at the end, you know that the vowel before it is going to be long. The second word I have for each vowel, if you notice, those have 2 vowels next to each other. So whenever you see 2 vowels next to each other, almost always it's going to be a long version of a vowel. Those ones are a little trickier because you're going to have to start to learn the pattern of which 2 vowels combined makes which sound. So you won't know exactly which long version to pronounce, but you at least know it's a long version. For the first ones, the first words, you know automatically which vowel to pronounce because it's written there. So late is spelled with an A. So you know it's the long version of the letter A. It's A. Same for all the others. Now we're going to go over the short versions. So again, for the letter A, the short version is A, like in sat. For the letter E, the short version is like in men or egg. I'll explain that in a minute. For the letter I, the short version is like in sit. For the letter O, the short version, there are actually 2, is ah, like in dog, or ah, like in stop. For the letter U, again, there's 2 short versions. It's either like in put, or like in luck. If you notice, for all the short versions, none of them have silent E's at the end of the word, and none of them have 2 vowels next to each other. It's just a single vowel written there. That lets us know automatically that whatever vowel is written, so if it's I, like in sit, we look at this, okay, letter I, short version because it doesn't have a silent E or 2 vowels combined, so it's got to be pronounced it. That's it. Same thing for the others. I have egg written here as an example because I wanted to show you that the word could start with a vowel too. It doesn't necessarily have to be in between 2 consonants like you see for the other examples. Because even with the word egg, once again, you don't have a long vowel, you don't have a short, you don't have a silent E at the end, and you also don't have 2 vowels combined. It's just the E alone there. So, there are your basic rules for knowing when to pronounce which vowel sound. It's not perfect, doesn't work 100% of the time, but most of the time it does. I just want to go over real quick. Earlier I mentioned there are 16 vowel sounds, but only 13 fall under this part. So the extra 3 are written up here. This one is ow, like in cow. This one is oi, like in boy. This one is like in about, that first part of the word about. So hopefully that will be helpful to you in the future. If you have any additional questions or comments, please write it below and I'd be happy to answer them or create a new video to help further explain anything.